Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow Earth travelers. Oblix here, and today I want to talk to you about the Timex Expedition. Now, this is not going to be a typical review. This is going to be a little bit different because, guys, this watch is 4 years old. I've had him for quite some time. He's from 2013, and you can tell by the date code on the back. So I bought this guy quite a while ago, and you can tell just looking at the band, he's had some hard wear. I mean, I've put some use into him. This is the original, genuine leather Timex band that came with it, and it did not stop me from getting it wet. The fact that it was leather, as you can clearly tell by the discoloration over here. But it's seen its share of wear. But in typical Timex fashion, it's taken a licking and kept on ticking, as it were. Speaking of ticking, this is by far the loudest watch I own. Listen to this thing. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but this thing is sick loud. I mean, like, you put it across the room, you can still hear it going. It does have a date complication at the 3 o'clock, and it's got 24-hour markers around the outside, which I really like. It's not a screw-in crown or anything; it's a free float. Basic watch, guys. This wasn't expensive when I bought it 4 years ago. Reason it's not going to be a traditional review is because you guys aren't going to go out and buy a 4-year-old Timex, okay? You're not seeking me out to go do a review and so you can go buy a 4-year-old Timex. But I want to show this guy a little bit of love today, and we're going to do some special things with him. The loom on it's not bad. I'll post some loom shots. There is luminescence on all the markers as well as the hour and minute. Plus there is, if you push the crown in, it does have indiglow. You're not going to see it in here because it's just too bright. But I'll put in an indiglow loom shot as well. So basically the entire face of the watch lights up from underneath in kind of a blue glow in typical Timex indiglow fashion. But again, I've had this guy for 4 years. He's definitely, worse for wear. You can definitely tell when you look at the back of the leather. He's well worn, well broken, and still usable. It's just not pretty. Right? It never gets wrist time anymore. One, because it's stupid loud, and two, because it's just not attractive anymore. It's seen better days. So I want to fix that today. So I picked up some Barton canvas bands. Now Barton makes some of the best bands. I love their bands. Barton Watch Bands, right here. They've got a great website that you can go to and get the bands. You can also get them off of Amazon. Now, the ones on Amazon, I did buy this one on Amazon because I didn't need any customizations. But if you go to their website, you can do additional customizations, like change the buckle color. Like if you want a black buckle or you want a gold buckle, that better matches your watch, you can do that. But I didn't need to because this brushed steel buckle matches the bead blast of the watch, pretty darn well. Put the two together and not bad at all. I did go with a green canvas to match somewhat closely the green in the face of the watch, and it's a little off, but not bad. So I want to walk you through putting this guy on. Now, one of the cool things Barton does is they do the quick release. You see right here and right here. So changing out bands is super easy. You get up in the morning heading to work and you don't want a canvas band, you want to switch over to a leather band. It's simply just pull that quick release and your watch pops, or your band pops off, you put the new band in. It's that simple. And now this is an old band, so this one's going to be a little harder to get off. Luckily I've got my handy dandy tool. If you're going to be keeping watches at all, invest in a toolkit. They're very inexpensive, about $15 on Amazon, and you get the nylon mallet. You get the pry tool to open up the back. You get a bunch of stuff. And get the one with the plastic case. I made the mistake of not getting the plastic case, so all mine are in a Ziploc bag. I don't recommend that. So I'm probably going to make a complete idiot out of myself. Now keep in mind, guys, I am not a professional, and don't hold anything you see here to be true. It is just one idiot's opinion. So let's go in and get on that. Now, quick wrist check for today. I am wearing a Vostok Europe Expedition North Pole -1 in orange. It is an automatic, pretty cool watch. Review will come around eventually. I have so many watches to review. Now, normally I'd be a little gentle here, trying to preserve the band, but honestly, this band is so old and so raggedy looking, I'm not really concerned with trying to hang on to it. Now, there we go. This guy has, if you can see it, it's got a little fork. I don't know if that's going in focus or not, but it's got a little fork, and you're putting that little fork onto, to hook it around this little piece right here, and that lets you pull the spring that makes up this rod. It's called spring rod here. So it has a little bit of a spring tension on there that you can pull back and pop that guy out. And we'll just wash, rinse, and repeat on the other side over here. Pop it in, and you're going to see what a huge difference just a quick band change makes on an old watch. It just really gives it new life. If I can get that out. That one's being stubborn. I can't see. Oh, almost had it. Maybe if I try from this side. Come on. Come on. I gotta tell you, this toolkit I bought is not the greatest. I should probably get the better one. Okay, so now that we got that off, let's just take our microfiber cloth here and clean out the gap where the band was, because you've got 4 years worth of crud built up in there, and it's actually pretty clean. There we go. Now, take our Bartons. Now, if you look at a watch, let's see if I have one here. Alright, we'll use this Armor Light. Whenever you go to put bands back on a watch, if you're unsure which way to go, if you don't have another watch, buckle's always up. So buckle to 12, tang down to 6. It's just an easy way to remember. Buckle's up. So, if we're looking at 12, buckle's up. So we want the buckle up on this side. Now with the quick release, we won't even need the tool. Before I do that though, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and, the battery's only 4 years old, but let's replace it anyway. I've got another one here, so we'll pop that guy in. If you look on these case backs, there is a little raised ridge, and in this one it's right here, right up here. It's a little catch that you can pull up on, and that's what's going to get you inside of this guy. I want to go this way on him. And that got it popped open. And we'll pull out that old Panasonic. Now this is a CR 2016. And these are super cheap, guys. Just pick them up on Amazon for a couple dollars. I think I got a 4 or 5 pack for like $4. And just now, these are Sony's, not Panasonic, but as long as the CR 2016 matches, you're good to go. These will typically last about 10 years, but since we have the band off, it's easy to work on right now. We might as well go ahead and replace it since they're so cheap anyway. And that'll give us 10 more years to not worry about it. And just take a quick second to wipe it down. Make sure it's in good condition, that it seals nicely. Get all that crud off of there, from years of just being backed up against your wrist. It's just a good opportunity. Just be careful not to muck up any of these little raised pieces on the back here. Alright, line this guy back up. We can wipe him out if we need to, but he should be fine. Should be an O-ring right in here. A little piece of rubber that keeps the water out. And just give it a quick wipe down. Make sure it's in good condition, not cracked or frayed. If it is cracked or frayed and you can't find a replacement, if you're rocking a vintage watch and you just can't get a replacement, you can run it without it, but it's not going to be water resistant anymore. You need to remember that. So you just need to be careful at that point. Now we just want to get this guy back on here, and it is a little bit tight. Alright guys, had to basically push down with all my force. Just put it on the table, stand up and push down on it good and hard, but was able to get that back on. Now this guy should be back to full functionality. So we see the hands are moving again, so it is running off that new battery. We'll put a new loom shot in once we get the band finished. So remember, buckle at 12. So 12's here. We'll turn it over. Now with these, you do want to make sure when you're buying your band, you can see this one's marked as a 20. See right there. Now you do want to make sure you measure lug to lug. So from here to here, you want to make sure you get a good measurement. And I use calipers, but you can use a ruler if you don't have calipers. But you see that's a 20 right there. It's going to be upside down for you, but if we go lug to lug, you can see there's 19.9, which is a 20. So that's the size band that you're going to need to get. And they come in 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, lots of different sizes. And we're just going to put this little pin right there into the little hole right there. That simple. Just line it up. Then I'm going to pull the little spring latch on the band back. That's a little difficult because the canvas is so thick, but that'll get it in between the lugs, and then you just kind of slide it around till you find the hole. It usually falls in pretty easily, and there we go. So we got the top one on. Now let's get the strap on. And now the clips, make sure you don't want to try to install it this way where the clip is to the bottom. That's not going to do you any good. You want it to be on this side. So same way, we're just going to line up the first little hole. We're going to pull back on the little spring tensioner, slide it in, and slid it all the way through. Now let's find the hole. There it is, right there. Bam. So you see those go on real easy. And now look at that. Completely different looking watch in just a few seconds. I mean, these bands are easy to change out. Now these are a little tougher because they're only spring driven, but once you go to these quick fasteners, on these Barton bands, they're super easy and quick. And look at how much difference that makes. I mean, this old raggedy busted up band, discolored, not even hardly brown anymore. Has turned into this nice new green canvas band and just given this watch new life. And let's check this guy out on wrist. Plus we got the the battery changed out. Like I said, it wasn't really necessary. It had lots of life left in it, but it didn't hurt since we were there working on it anyway, and they're so cheap. Pop that guy on. Oh yeah, nice. That looks really good, guys. Those greens go really well together. And I mean, these come in so many different colors. I could have done brown, like a chocolate brown. I could have done like a khaki color, a cream, or a, just black, whatever color you want to go with. They have blues and oranges, and they don't go with this watch, but if your watch is different, you can go with just whatever color you want. You can go with nylon, you can go with leather. They don't just make canvas, they make nylon and leather and lots of different colors and materials. So check out the Barton bands, they're really awesome. And they're about $20 on Amazon. So for $20, this 4-year-old watch gets brand new life and will absolutely be getting some wrist time again, that it hasn't had in quite some time. Really comfortable band too, by the way, and just looks great now. Just like a showroom new again. So, not that it really matters, 4-year-old watch, but we'll check the weight for you guys. It's going to be a middleweight. It's pretty chunky steel, 3.3 or 2.3, so not bad. We'll check the size. Again, it's not huge. Get these teared out. There we go. And we're looking at about 41. Yep. So 41, lug to lug, you're looking at, if I can get in there, 49, almost 50, basically 50. And then we'll go across to the crown. Try not to push it in and activate the Indiglo. We're looking at about 45. So a pretty good size for most people. And like I said, not a heavyweight. These are inexpensive watches. I don't remember what I paid, guys. And it's obviously not for sale anymore. Hasn't been for some time. But it was very inexpensive. But mostly I just wanted to show you that, with just a little bit of effort and just a tiny amount of time, you can completely take an old watch, that is sitting in the drawer that you're just not going to ever use again because it's gotten, it's just gotten raggedy, and you can make it look brand spanking new again and bring it back to life and put it back in the rotation for wear. Just a little bit of money and a little bit of time, a little bit of work on your part, and you're good to go again. And you can breathe some new life into an old friend. So, that's all the time I got for today's show. Do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. And until next time, you guys get out there and make some noise. See ya.